The next thing that I wanted to talk about is going to be how, if you have any type of crash involving a loss of ND filters or a UV filter, PL filter, anything like that, if you have a hard enough crash, in some cases, even if you put the filter on properly, it can pop off. So I will show you guys my method on retrieving those things if you lose them out in the field, since they can add up. All right, so this is the set of filters that I would recommend you guys to get. This is from Freewell. It comes with a PL filter, a UV filter, and a set of 4 ND filters. These are really great if you are going to be flying, and especially if you're going to be shooting at 4K 30 FPS. You definitely need to get the ND filters, but the PL filter can be nice if you're flying over water or other things that have reflections. That'll cut down on some of that. The other thing that is really good is flying around with a UV filter. If you do fly around a lot with the Avata and you're trying to do tricks or other things like that, you definitely want to make sure that you protect your lens, and this is a really good way of doing that. It basically just gives you another layer of glass that you have in front of your lens, so that way you don't end up ruining it. Like I said, the ND filters are really great, especially if you're going to be shooting at 4K 30 FPS, since your shutter speed to get proper motion blur is going to have to be 1/60. That'll let a lot of light in, and so if you are doing that, you would definitely want to put on an ND filter. That'll bring down the brightness of the scene, so that way you have proper exposure for that shutter speed. Alright, so here I wanted to show you guys exactly how you put on a filter to the DJI Avata. It is really simple. In some ways simple to a fault. I have had these filters fall off a couple of times even when they're properly installed, but they're only ever going to fall off if you have a major impact or something sort of pries it off. But just do be aware that they can fall off. And I will be showing you guys in a later part of this video exactly how I get them back if I do lose them. I've had decent success with it, so I'll show you my method and talk through a little bit. But to get them on, all you need to do is just open up your case. Here I have a PL filter and a PL filter and a UV filter. So we'll just remove the UV filter. You want to make sure that the inside is perfectly clean. As well, you want to make sure that the lens itself is clean and free of debris. And then all you want to do is just hold it sideways or whatever is most comfortable for you. And then just take your UV filter and put it on here and snap it into place. You'll know that it's a good fit if you hear a little click or a little snap sound. And now our filter is installed, but there's fingerprints on, so you just want to take a cleaning cloth here, hold on to the camera a little bit so that it's not bobbling around, and then just give it a nice wipe down. And now the filter is clean and ready for use. As I had mentioned a little bit earlier on in the video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I find a filter if it gets lost during a flight. So this, of course, only works if you are recording at the time, so do make sure that you are recording every time you go to take this thing out, in case anything bad does happen. As a note, I will also be highlighting all of the filters in this case that do fall off of the drone in red, so that way you can clearly see where they are and figure out what I did to find them. What you want to do is import your footage to your computer, go into some editing software, and slow it right down, or just take a look frame by frame. And what you're looking for is just a very small object that flies off of the drone, and as long as you have some frame of reference as to where you are, or rather where the drone was when this occurred, you can sort of pinpoint exactly where the object might have gone, and that'll really help you out. So especially here, this is a very easy one to see because there's harsh shadows. The filter pops off right about here, and you can see a little shadow appear. Then all you need to do is just infer where the object could be, and hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to find it after you look at the video. For me, it was pretty straightforward just after thinking it out a little bit.